A pulse of danger rides every wave along Australia's vast coastline. And if you've ever wondered what creatures lurk beneath those turquoise shallows, here's something wild. You're probably picturing the wrong ones. Because the most fascinating, mind-bending and downright baffling animals out there aren't always the biggest, the deadliest, or the ones that make the headlines. They're the ones that rewrite the rules of evolution every single day. And as we move through the top 10 creatures that define Australia's coastal world, you might catch yourself thinking, there's no way that thing is real. But it is, and the ocean keeps receipts. Let's start with the one that fools almost everyone. You'd walk right past it, snap a photo, maybe try to poke it with your toe, and that tiny mistake would land you in one of the most agonizing predicaments the sea can offer. The blue-ringed octopus doesn't need size to make a point. It only needs a nervous system, and yours. Its shimmering rings appear only when it feels threatened, which honestly feels like nature's version of "you had your chance." What makes it even more unnerving is that it's calm, deliberate, almost polite in the way it moves. But it carries a toxin capable of shutting down your lungs in minutes. The paradox is that it isn't aggressive at all. It is simply confident in its power, and maybe that's the real warning. Then there's a creature that looks like a drifting fragment of the sea itself. A translucent balloon trailing long, silky tentacles. People will swear they were nowhere near it when they got stung, because the tentacles stretch meters beyond the visible body. The Portuguese man-of-war blurs the line between a single animal and a floating colony, each specialized unit playing a different role. One for stinging, one for floating, one for digesting. You're not just meeting a creature, you're meeting a squad. And its sting is the reason so many confident swimmers suddenly become Olympic sprinters toward the shore. Yet here's the twist. It isn't even a jellyfish. It only pretends to be one. And in Australia, imitation is deadlier than the real thing. The leafy seadragon is proof of that. If evolution had an artist phase, this is the masterpiece. Imagine a creature that hides not by disappearing, but by leaning fully into flamboyance, delicate frills, leaf-like limbs, and a slow, hypnotic drift that almost feels choreographed. They aren't shy. They're patient, blending with swaying kelp with a commitment that would make any actor jealous. The real hook? The males carry the eggs. In a world of sting, bite and venom, the leafy seadragon is calm, elegant resistance, proof that beauty is a survival strategy too. The stonefish waits, still, silent, and nearly indistinguishable from the sea floor. People rarely see it until they've already stepped on it, and that mistake becomes a story you will tell for the rest of your life. The venom is brutal, a no-wiggle-room kind of pain, engineered to stop predators instantly. Yet this animal spends most of its life not attacking anything at all. It just waits. And if the blue-ringed octopus is confidence, the stonefish is patience, taken to its most dangerous extreme. Then there's a creature almost too small to belong on a top 10 list, yet too lethal to ignore. The Irukandji jellyfish, barely the size of a fingernail, turns the ocean into a psychological battlefield. The sting often goes unnoticed at first, but the symptoms? Waves of dread, skyrocketing blood pressure, and a feeling that the world is collapsing around you from the inside. Scientists call it Irukandji syndrome. Survivors often call it something unprintable. It's astonishing how something nearly invisible can be so devastating. Like nature whispering, you don't have to see danger for it to change you. Enter the tasseled wobbegong, a shark that looks like it woke up on the wrong side of the reef and decided camouflage was a personality trait. Its fringe of skin flaps creates the illusion of a shaggy rug thrown across the seabed. It waits until prey swims close, then lunges with a speed that doesn't match its lazy appearance at all. There's something endearing about a creature that refuses to look aerodynamic, yet still succeeds at everything it tries. Right beside it, on the "You've got to be kidding me" list, is the giant cuttlefish, an animal that could headline any sci-fi film without needing CGI. They communicate by flashing patterns across their bodies at lightning speed, like underwater billboards that only other cuttlefish can fully decode. During mating season, males perform hypnotic displays, shifting their entire color palette in an instant. But the best part? Smaller males disguise themselves as females to slip past dominant rivals. Proof that in the ocean, brains beat biceps every time. Then we hit the creature that pulls entire tourists to Australia purely for the bragging rights. The saltwater crocodile. Not a shark, not a jellyfish, just an ancient tank with teeth honed by millions of years. What makes them so intriguing isn't just their power, it's their strategy. They watch, they wait, and they understand patience better than most apex predators on Earth. They can burst from the water with terrifying precision, but they choose their moments carefully. If most animals react, crocodiles anticipate. Of course, a list of coastal icons isn't complete without the great white shark, but not for the reasons people assume. The great white doesn't want humans, it wants seals. And the way it hunts them, torpedoing upward from below, is a masterclass in high-risk, high-reward strategy. What makes the great white truly compelling is the tension it represents. Awe and fear, beauty and danger, myth and reality. It isn't a villain, it's a reminder that the ocean does not bend to our expectations. And then, at number 1, we arrive at the creature that ties the entire coastline together, the dolphin. Not because it's cute or friendly or endlessly photogenic, but because it's the one species that seems genuinely curious about us. They approach, investigate, even guide swimmers away from sharks at times. Dolphins break the rules. They play when no one is watching, cooperate without being asked, and behave with a level of intelligence that forces us to rethink what the ocean is capable of. In a world filled with venom, stealth, armor, and ancient power, dolphins win by connection. They remind us that survival isn't always about threat. It can also be about community. Australia's coastline isn't just a place. It's a living museum of extremes. Beauty paired with brutality, elegance paired with unpredictability, intelligence paired with instinct. And every one of these creatures, from the barely visible jellyfish to the planet-shaping crocodile, tells the same story. The ocean doesn't create ordinary things. It creates wonders. And it leaves the rest of us trying to catch up.